Hello, you guys. This is Shella D. Bridgman, and welcome to the Shella D. Bridgman Show. And this is my testimony. And that's him. That's him. Don't start. Don't start. Don't. Oh, you guys. Happy day, happy day. It is Tuesday where I'm at. It is Tuesday morning, October 15th. We are halfway through our challenge, our October personal challenge, and we are moving forward. We're doing it. Wanted to stop in and connect with you this morning because I had some thoughts on my mind last night while I was at work, and I made some notes. You hear him? Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and talk with you this morning instead of waiting all day to make sure I got this done. And I have some things that I want to talk to you about. Stop it. You should see his face. He's so cute though, right? His hair is like all in front of his eyes and stuff. He's all raggedy looking in that face. But yeah, so here we are. We're at the library this morning. We're getting this together for you. And it is Tuesday, October 15th. And you know what I thought about when I was thinking about this? I said, and he needs to stop. Look, have you ever been kicked in the chest by a dog? He kicked me. He kicked me in the chest. I'm like, boy, this dog. I mean, he's little, but he's a whole piece of work. But you know what I thought about last night? You know, because with this process, I'm thinking about it as I go through, right? And what I'm doing every day, it's like I'm not really talking about the this and the that. I'm just talking about what comes to mind and what's on my heart, right? And you know what this feels like to me? Like journaling. It feels like journaling. It feels like maybe the things I would say to myself would maybe a little twist to say like a message for you, like, you know, something. But this feels like a journal. It feels like a journal. It feels like my book. And I said, you know what I mean? It's like I'm going through this and I'm looking at how it's developing. I look at how I started with things happening and then putting together the stories to get my point across. And I was reading the paper because I wanted to make sure that I was getting everything in that I wanted to say. So that's why I wrote it down and read it. So now here I am, just every day, just talking to you, different times of the day, and I share with you honestly what's going on, and it's like little things that I think about later. I mean, it's like I wish I could talk to you more, but it's a Wi-Fi thing and stuff like that, and then, you know, the process of uploading the videos, and so like I was talking to you, but he's eating something. What are you doing? It's like when I was talking to you about something, I was talking about something I can't remember, but afterwards, after I had finished the video, uploading everything, and I thought about the detail. The detail was about he's eating this string. Stop. I'm going to take it from you. What's the trouble if I try to take this from him? He's eating the string. take this from you. Can I have it? Oh, you see that? You hear that? He put his hands on top of it. He put his hands on top of it, and that's the sound I get. You see that? Trying to take his little thing that he's sitting there eating. But yeah, what do people say? This is real life. Yeah, one of the I think what I realize is that what I need to include in the talking with you is not the overview, but the details. There was something that I was talking to you about, and I can remember my brother recently gave me like 5 suits. 5 suits. And I think, I think that's what I was talking to you about, getting things together. If you need to buy a good pair of shoes, or cut your hair, or color your hair, or just get yourself together. And like, he gave me those suits, and that's another reason why I'm losing a few pounds, because the suits will fit better. And they're different colors. One is red, like a hot red, like a blue red. That's my grandmother talking. She couldn't just say red. She would say, something. She would say plum or something. She would never just say pink or something like that. She was something else. She taught me about shredded wheat. And every time I went in her house, I'd go to the refrigerator, and she would always say, "Look, girl, did you wash your hands?" She was very clean. She gave us herbs when I was young. She baked cookies and cooked Sunday dinner, and bought Neapolitan ice cream, and made the best roast beef, mashed potatoes, and me and my brother used to go over there. When they gave me the necklace and the suits. So that's what I had thought about when I was saying about getting yourself together. I have those suits. So one is like red, one is like I would say like an army green. Another one is like it's kind of like a burgundy, actually like a plum. It's like a plum, I think. And one of them is kind of gold, not gold like gold like straw. And he gave me a tuxedo. The tuxedo he had made, and it has his name on the inside. It's white trimmed in gold, right? And it has a shawl collar. So on a woman, it's very sexy looking, because the shawl collar comes down like, midway, and so it's open, and it's very sexy, very nice. So I want to lose weight so I can fit my little suits, and I bought some little shoes, and they're multicolored, and they'll go with. Now it's a whole parking lot. It's an empty parking lot, and I'm here so I can sit here and make the video with you. And just have open space and look. And these people, they just came and crowded me right in. And it's like, so now I'm looking at these videos. I'm gonna move. It's just bad. I don't know if I can do this while I'm trying to record. Let me just do the video. No, I don't. I'm gonna move. Move and talk to you. Move and drive. That's terrible. The sun isn't out. I'm in the parking lot. It's a whole empty parking lot, and they just came and crowded me in. So I'm looking at the back of, when you're boxed in, right? That's crazy. That's really crazy. And this is crazy that I'm doing this while I'm recording, because I don't want to I don't want to pause it and then lose you. So I'm doing all of this. This is like really crazy. But it's remember when I told you about energy? Energetically, to be boxed in like that is very it's an uncomfortable feeling. And I want to feel free when I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel closed in. So I'm moving my car while I'm talking to you, and we're just doing this. We're doing this. This is real life. Oh, as my grandmother used to say, the devil sure is busy. I mean, like a whole empty parking lot, and they just came and just trapped me in. That's crazy. Okay, but here we are. I need some air. Okay, so here I am. We're still here. We're connected and everything. So yeah, so he gave me like these 5 suits or whatever, and I bought some shoes to match. They're multicolored shoes, so they match like a couple of the suits and everything. And so that's a part of me getting myself together to slim down a little bit and everything. So anyhow, so yeah, but when I was thinking about what this feels like, you know, as a part of like how this is developing, because I do it every day. It feels like a journal. Like I'm sharing, because I share with you like what happened in my day and how I feel about it. And so I feel like that's what it is, like a journaling thing. So yeah, that's why I'm just supposed to just tell it like it is, and it's the details of the things. It's you know, another ring that I wear, I realize I've had it since the 80s. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying about losing something. I'm not like that. I'm responsible and take care of my stuff and everything like that. This watch that my brother has since he's had since the 80s. I haven't talked to him since his birthday because I'm trying to focus on what I need to do. And I said I was going to reach out to him and ask him again if I can buy the watch, because it's old school. It's from the 80s, right? And yeah. So anyhow, here we are. It's Tuesday. It's early, and when I took a pause, you need to stop it. I roll his window down and give him some air. That might help. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. When I got here and I took a pause, I immediately started like drifting off, like my eyes were closing, and that was gonna be it, like real fast. So that's why this is the first stop that I made, other than going to the bank, because I wanted to take care of that too. I told you, take care of your financials, do your stuff, save your money, even if it's nothing but $5. I remember hearing this a while ago. If you save $1 and then $2 and then $3, like each time you save, do it like that. $1 and then $2 and then $3 and then $4 and then $5, and then yeah. But even if you have nothing but $1 or something, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what I can. And you know what? Last night at work, I was so tired because I was sick. I went to the doctor yesterday. This man is going to pull right next to me. Are you kidding me? At least he pulled up. It's like I have my window down trying to get some air. At least he pulled up, right? This is crazy. Like, if you have a whole empty parking lot, why do you come and park right next to somebody? I don't understand. It's like a whole... That's so weird. But at least he didn't park next to me. He pulled up. That's crazy. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I was really tired yesterday because I didn't get any sleep, and I had to get. I went to the doctor yesterday, so I had to get a prescription, and I went yesterday evening to get it. So I didn't start taking the pills until late last night. So for them to get activated and kicked in, so it was crazy on a whole nother level for me to get into work last night. I had all kind of incidents and situations, and so I started off on schedule. I like to leave by a certain time, be on the road by a certain time, and I was on schedule, did everything for him, had everything in order, no crime scenes in the car, just, ready, on the road. Went to work, got there early, got out the car, had my coffee, everything, and everything just started going crazy. And so, yeah, it was a whole thing. So I didn't get to drink any coffee last night, so that made me really tired. But I was able to get some work done. I was able to look at my bank. You know how they're always sending you stuff? Well, on their page, in my account, I took the time to click on something, and and I read it, and it said something about free credit report, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, da 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 da, and I saw I was able to see my credit score. I was able to see, I ran out of time, but I was able to see my credit score and how much money I owe on my car, and just the details of my credit. And that was like so cool. Just in that one instance, I was able to see so much. Because I want another car. I was looking at this car. Look, I'm just gonna tell you, nobody else knows. I saw this car that I really want. It's a Jeep looking car. I really want it. And so after the dust settles, because I still haven't gone back to moving stuff out of my storage room, but so I have like stuff in the car, and it's just little bit of this. You can hear the bus and everything. A little bit of disarray. Let me roll up my window because this man is over here. So yeah. So when I was in the process of going to the storage room, the new storage room, I saw this car. It's a Jeep kind of car. And it's that one and the new Bronco. I think is so cute, right? The new Bronco. Jeep Bronco. And so I saw it pulled out in the front. And I'm like, And it's just cute. It's cute. It's not brand new or anything, but it's cute. And so it just, seeing it like that just reminds me of this. I used to have a Del Sol. And it was like a fluorescent green, and that's when I was just hot to trot, right? And it reminds me of when I bought that car. It was pulled out like away from the other cars. You know how they pull them out in the front. And I can remember driving down the street, and I said, and I turned around and went back, and I was able to get the car. So this was some time ago. But I had that car for about 10 years. It served me well, and it was fun, and it served me well. But you know what? That's one of those cars that a lot of people like to steal. And before I left home, I sold. I did like I did a trade. I didn't sell it. I did a trade for a Hyundai. And so it was a bigger car, so I could put stuff in it. So that's what I did when I left home. Excuse me. I put my stuff in storage, my furniture and stuff, and what could fit in my car, I put that in my car and I left. So it was, bigger than my little Del Sol, the little two-seater. But yeah, somebody was about to steal that car, and so I got rid of it. And that was the last of my I Am Cool days. After that, that's when the journey began. Is when I got rid of my car, and when I left home, that's when I started catching the bus and all kind of stuff. But that was the end of I Am Cool days. And so, like I said, I've been trying to put myself back together since then. And so I have a decent car now, but I got what I could, and a lot of the lights, like warning lights, I bought it with the warning lights on, and I got some new tires put, 4 new tires put on it, and I thought I had gotten rid of a couple of the lights, and then they came right back. And so that was when I realized that, okay, focus on something else. So that's when I started focus on doing everything else other than the car, because I don't know how to fix this stuff. Whatever's wrong with it, I don't know how to fix it. So I just focused on working on things that I can control, whether it be paying off bills, and I've done that. Saving money, I've started that. Just other things that I have more control over, getting in better shape, or losing some weight, just stuff like that. The stuff I have control over. Dealing with this storage stuff, and really, like I said, it's about getting rid of the stuff, but it's it's not close enough to me for me to get to it, and then it's inside, and I have a dog. So this new place that I have, it's outside. I can walk right into the unit, so it's convenient for me having the dog and everything. And then I can go ahead and some stuff like the washer and dryer, I know, just take it on to where I'm gonna take it. I don't even have to put it in there. And so I'm doing this, and I should be finished. So I started this challenge the 1st of October. They said the 5th. They said if I'm going to move out, the 5th is when I should let them know. So, and the time changes on the 4th. So I'm expecting some movement. I'm expecting something. I'm not doing all this just to entertain myself. I'm really trying to move forward. So yeah, I have this car. It's cute. It's cute. It's charcoal gray, like I had painted my Del Sol. It's cute, but all these lights on, it just is. That's not me. I don't have to have something brand new. At some point, I want to do that. But for right now, it just bothers me to have all these lights on, and something better. Something better would be better. So. Yeah, this Jeep looking truck, it's just so cute. So I'm just ready for change. That's a lot of what I'm feeling inside of me, is I'm ready for change. And that's why I said season of preparation. I'm getting ready for the change that I know is coming. I'm doing whatever I can to get ready for it. So this is the details of my life, the details, and I still have not had time to go back and listen to those videos, so I think I'll like them. I think I'll like them. I think so. Every one of them I liked, but I did notice the 2 that I heard that bothered me were the one when I kept saying I'm tired, that bothered me, and when I noticed that I kept saying that bothered me. It's like, okay, you're saying it one too many times. It's getting on my nerves. So, but other than that, because I'm not trying to it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's like when you listen to a song, what does it make you feel? And that's what I'm trying to create. What do I make you feel? When you listen to my stories, when you listen to me talk, how do you feel? How do you feel afterwards? That's my intention. That's what I'm trying to do. So what I came up with last night, I was thinking, so last night was odd. Like I said, I couldn't drink anything. And so I was a little tired. So I was just really trying to get through the night. So like I said, I found out more about my credit. And then they have some, they said that all these, what do you call it? Credit checks, all these credit checks, that affected my credit score. But there's nothing on my credit report. There's nothing on it. Okay, I don't know if I should say that publicly. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. But, so I was able to get some stuff done. And, these are the notes I took. It's kind of on top of my head. I thought about life. I just thought about life and how we live life and how we move through it with, like, we take it for granted, right? I'm living my dream making these videos. Yeah, it's a video, it's a picture, but it's still a video. I'm living my dream doing this, and I feel good about it. And I look at Bruce Willis. And you know what? When I said I was going to stop name dropping, no. I realized that this is actually good because these are people that everybody knows. So I'm not just saying my cousin did this and this and that. You don't know who the person is, what they look like. But when I tell you Bruce Willis, everybody knows who Bruce Willis is. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So Bruce Willis, that came out of nowhere. This man is really just standing there. Let me roll up my other window. See what I mean? Because this is between me and you. It's nobody's business. Yeah, so this thing that happened with Bruce Willis, that came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. I think they were saying when they started, let me take these glasses off. When they started talking about it, they said you could see signs of it. If you look back at different movies, you could see signs of it, that he was having trouble. But I'm saying that came out of nowhere, that aphasia or whatever, I studied that kind of stuff in school. But yeah, that came out of nowhere. He was just Bruce Willis, superstar, box office man. What did they say? Living his best life. He had married somebody else. The young lady, they had a baby. Him and Demi, everything was cool. And all of a sudden, he has aphasia. He's sick. With the stare, with the blank stare, like, is anybody in there? I'm like, what the heck? Right? And I tell you this, it makes me emotional. I tell you this, if you knew that was the turn that your life was going to take, wouldn't you be glad that you made all of those movies? Wouldn't you be glad that you played the superhero? Wouldn't you be glad that you were in the movie with the explosions and the running fast? And I haven't seen the movies, but you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you be glad that you were the action hero? Because right around the corner was aphasia. Right around the corner, you can't talk. You looking at people, you don't know who they are, dementia, whatever it is, whatever version of stuff it is, but you couldn't have told that man that was coming. And he was a nice, funny guy. I remember seeing him on, how people, they rich and superstar and they act all, like they can't talk about anything. But I remember seeing him on David Letterman's show, and he was silly and and everything, and him and Demi broke up, and he went on, and he got married again, and everything, right? Um, but he was a cool guy, and he was Mr. Die Hard. He was a box office king, and now he don't even know who the people are. I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? So if you knew that that was the turn that your life was gonna take, wouldn't you be glad that you did the most? Wouldn't you be glad? One day Bruce Willis is gonna be gone, like all of us, and he's young. He like still in shape, and like I mean, like, and just what do you say? Just a shell of himself. That hit me. That hit me hard, and that hurts me to think about that. It makes me think of my mother, how she ended up. But so there's Bruce Willis. There is, when I was in graduate school, I met a woman that was one of Oprah's teachers, Miss Oprah Winfrey, one of her teachers. And I tell you, she told me, she said, you never know who you have in your classroom. I'm sitting here right now and I raise my eyebrows. You never know who you have in your classroom. So fast forward, when I was teaching, I worked in the school district that I grew up in. So I knew the kids, my students, I knew their parents. I went to elementary school with their parents. And I remember one girl, I'm like, I remember your father, he played kickball, he was really good. And they looked at me like I'm crazy. They don't know, when you in elementary school, if you good in kickball, you like wonderful, right? And so that's what it was like for me teaching, because I wasn't just with the kids. I knew their parents. I was a part of a community. People knew me, my family. I knew them, their families, everything. I was Miss Bridgman. And so, yeah, she said, you never know who you have in your classroom. So I was substitute teaching at a school, actually for my cousin. I was subbing her class. And I met this young man, and it was an English class, and it was high school. And I was subbing this class, an English class, and one of the words was sermon. So we talked about it. We had a whole talk about it. And he said, yeah, that's what my mother gives me. She gives me these sermons and this and that and this and that. Talking to this, I talked to him because I've always been that, because I was in the community that I grew up in. It wasn't just about, teaching some kids or something. It was always personal. I went back to my junior high school, and I went back to my high school, and the secretary was still there, and she remembered me. So she called me by my first name. I went back to my junior high school, and one of the guys that I went to elementary school with, his mother was working at the junior high school. You know what I mean? So that's what it was like for me. It was meaningful. It wasn't just work. It wasn't just money. It was really trying to make a difference. So like she said, you never know who you have in your classroom. So I met this kid, and I just knew, I'm just talking to him, and we're talking about what a sermon is and all this stuff, right? Do you know right after that, I think it was the next day or something like that, the kid, they said he killed somebody. This kid killed somebody and went to prison, and he was like 16 or something, so they tried him as an adult. This kid went to prison. You talking about how that affected me? And so, this is crazy, this parking lot. This is a library parking lot, and these people are, it looks like something else. It doesn't look like a library parking lot. But, yeah, so that affected me. And so, what the woman said to me, coupled with what my own experience was, I just live by, you never know when you have a person in your presence and you feel led to excuse me, share something with them. You need to go ahead and say what you need to say. Oh Lord, I'm feeling that. You need to say what you need to say. Okay? When it's whoever, whether it be a stranger or a relative or something, when something is on your heart and you need to share something with whoever this person is, you need to say it, because you may never see them again. You may never see them again, but you don't know how your words might impact that person. You don't know how they may help that person. So that's why oftentimes when I talk to people, I say what I need to say. That's a song. I can't think of what it is. But yeah, that's why oftentimes I'm a little extra with my words with people, because when I feel like I have a word for you, when I feel like there's something I need to say to you, I say it, because I don't know how it might shift things for you. I had a whole conversation with this kid about a sermon and doing the right thing and this and that, and it was like the next day he killed somebody. Like what? So you never know who's in your presence. You never know who's in your presence. I had one of my professors was one of Oprah Winfrey's teachers. I'm just saying you know what I'm saying. You know the point I'm trying to make. And then my other little notes that I have are making the connection with what you do is important. What you do is important. Don't start. What you do is important. I heard Magic Johnson say about his father. His father was a garbage man. See, we know who Magic Johnson is, right? His father was a garbage man, and I think he was from Chicago or something like that, somewhere where the weather was like bad and it snowed. And he said that he would go with his father. He would ride with his father, and they would pick up the trash. And he said his father, like, he would pick up the trash. It would be snowing, but you still got to pick up the trash. And he said his father, he'd pick up the trash, and his father said, "Nope, go get that too. Get all of it." And he said because it was snowing, but when the snow melted, that trash was going to be left there. I was sitting in the parking lot, and I looked at this city worker pick up the trash. Now this is it's a decent neighborhood. It's not upscale or anything like that, but it's decent in that people have some respect for the library and the basketball court and stuff like that. So they put, the trash can was full, so it overflowed. So some of it is on the ground, like right next to the trash can, right? Did you know the man took the trash out of the trash can, like in the bag, and left the trash that was on the ground? I'm like, it needs to be. That city worker, they paying him some money, right? He got all kind of benefits. And I just looked at him. And I was like, that's terrible, right? Even Mark Cuban, I didn't have time to go back and look at the interview, but I heard him recently in an interview where he was saying about his kids, because the question was, How do you raise kids to be like responsible citizens when they come from all this money, right? I think he's a billionaire. And so his answer was that he teaches them, it's the values that he teaches them. And he says something like, who you are is who you are. Who you are is who you are. So what he's saying is that he said he teaches his kids not to cut corners. Because if you cut corners here, you're going to cut corners over there. So he teaches them to do things the right way. Let me see what else I have here. Oh, look at this. At my job, now I work the graveyard. And when I get to work, so the cleaning people are there. And it's a lot of them. Actually, I haven't seen as many of them lately, but so when I get there, like my first hour, the cleaning people are there, and they're all over the place, right? It's like, oh my goodness, I have to get settled. I'm one of those people. I have to be quiet. I got to get settled. I got to drink my coffee. I got to get myself together, right? But they're there in my first office, and they're moving fast. They're trying to hurry up and get done so they can go home, right? But look, there is this man that I saw drinking this coffee in the morning because he was waiting for some people to come to do some work. I saw the man drinking the coffee. This was last week on my Friday, which was Thursday morning. I came back to work. That coffee cup is still sitting in the lobby on the floor, and the cleaning people have not picked it up. They're mopping the floor, they're emptying the trash in that area in the lobby, and nobody has picked that cup up. And when I say about, looking somebody in the face, like I don't know what I'm supposed to think when I look you in the face and your job is to clean and you can't pick up a cup. I mean a white cup. I don't mean a black one that's blending in or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's a white cup that's sitting there, and they won't even pick. Nobody. The supervisor is cleaning, vacuuming, and won't pick up the cup. Did I tell you something? Let's be clear on this. Let's be clear. This is not intended to be criticism. It's not. The point is, whatever you do, do it. It's like I told you, somebody came to my father's funeral and talked about Mr. Bridgman and said, when Mr. Bridgman was at work, he cleaned everything. He cleaned the railings on the stairs. He cleaned the coffee cups. He cleaned. I've had jobs cleaning. That's how I look at people, because I'm like, you can't not empty somebody's trash because you don't like them. If that's your job to empty the trash, you're supposed to empty the trash, right? They shouldn't have to do a song and dance for you so they will empty your trash. You're supposed to empty the trash. But these are the times that we're living in. So I say all that to say, this is why I'm glad I'm making my videos. Cause that I just don't understand it. I do not. I don't understand it. Like, I have to walk at work, and I was barely walking last night. I mean, if you could see me, I look like I was 102 years old. I was barely walking last night. But I'm my mother's child. So I was at work. You know what I mean? I did need the money. But we barely. One lady is working 7 days a week because they don't have anybody to work. They had hired somebody to work so she could because she was working 6 days. They had hired somebody to work. And all of a sudden she's showing up. I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, well, I guess that fell through. And so this week she worked 7 days because there's nobody. And I'm sitting there not drinking anything, tired, barely walking. And it's your job to clean. I ain't say go deep clean the carpet. Okay, that may be something you would do, but I'm just saying you got a cup, a paper cup sitting right there, and you gonna mop and walk right past the cup. I don't understand that. That's not criticism. That's not. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. So that's my story. That's my bit. That whatever you do, it matters. It matters. Interactions that you have with other people, the work that you do, if you believe in excellence or not, it matters. And people see you. They see you. You know? And like the woman said, you don't know who's in your classroom. It could be the next Oprah. You know, like I've met people, like I'm doing the videos. I tell people, I don't have time to talk to you. I'm trying to find the cure for cancer. That's my word. That's what I say. But it may not be me, but it may be one of you. It may be one of you. Ooh, I felt that. It may be one of you. You know? I remember crying at the university in the classroom because being at school was so hard. I couldn't pay my rent. I didn't even have money for the cap and gown for the graduation. This was during the time that I wasn't talking to my brothers after my mother had passed. You know? So you could be the one that's going to find the cure for cancer. You could be the one. Man, I feel that. So, and I say it as like a running joke, but 98% of the people in my family had died of cancer. My father, my aunt, the one that I'm saying I have her ring and nobody knows that I have it. When I went to the house to go through some of her stuff, her class ring was in a bag of junk jewelry to go to the thrift store. But being the person that I am, I dug all the way through that bag and found her class ring, and nobody knows that I have it. Nobody knows that I have her, and in the inside it's inscribed with her initials. We graduated from the same high school. So yeah, 98% of the people in my family died from cancer. My father was the first to go. In 2019, my aunt passed. At her funeral, in the audience was her son. He had cancer. My cousin, she passed a year later from cancer. These are all first cousins. So many people. When I was gone, when I was in DC, two of my father's siblings passed a month apart from cancer. My stepfather died of cancer. 3 months prior to his passing, he lost a month apart, or 2 months apart, two of his siblings, two brothers, to cancer. One of those brothers, his wife died of cancer. So it's a running joke when I say I'm trying to find the cure for cancer. But I'd really like to see a cure for cancer. Whew. Man. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you. This is what I have for you. Okay? This is what I have for you. Yeah. So, I'm glad I did this morning. You see, this is without a doubt, without, this is it. This is it. And then I can go on. Last night I felt so good. I felt so light going to work. I just felt like the weight of the world was off my shoulders. Can you hear him? I don't know what's wrong with him. And he's so little. Like, he's not real big. He looks deranged. He looks deranged. And the stuff you buy, it better be durable, because he's going to tear it up. He's going to tear it. Look at him. The pillow has like ridges in it, and he's just scratching it. Stop. In his face, all the hair on his face, it looks like a crazy beard. Something else. But thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Yeah, this is it. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is me making videos every day, and we're getting something out of this. We're getting something out of this. And yeah, maybe you'll find the cure for cancer. Maybe you will find the cure for cancer. I did this event, hematologist, at the convention center. And this man told me, this Dr. X, he told me, he said, we're almost there. I don't know if he heard me say something, but he walked up to me and he said, we're almost there. He said, the meetings that we're having, people came from all over the world for that convention. All over the world, I mean it, from different countries. And he said, we're almost there. The information that we're sharing with each other to find the cure for cancer. So that's why I detest cigarette smoke. I used to smoke, but that's why I can't stand it. I freak out if I smell it. Who's smoking? Because so many people have died in my family from cancer, and that's why I really try to take care of myself. So. Alright, you guys, it's Tuesday, me and the videos, and you, and we're here doing this together. We're walking this out, we're sharing this time. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you tomorrow for sure. I promise. I keep my word. I give you my word. The man said life is like a box of chocolates. We don't know what tomorrow's conversation is going to be like, but I'm glad I had this one for you, or with you. So, from my heart to yours, take care of yourself. I love you.